3 meals, 1 ingredient. That's right, I'm gonna show you how to extend your chicken thigh to make these 3 recipes. And the first one is a chicken stir fry, so delicious, great for lunch or dinner. Then we've got a chicken soup or stock that you can eat right away or put it in the fridge. And the third is a late night snack that you probably have never had, but you're definitely gonna wanna try it. All that and more coming up. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, Kroger. They know fresh and they promise their quality in their produce and products. They make it easy for you to get everything in one place and offer pickup or delivery. And of course, they've got coupons. So check out your local Kroger store and get your card to find those savings today. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna of course show you how to break down the chicken to get those 3 types of cuts, but let's get into the ingredients of the recipe. So of course, we've got our chicken thighs. We've got a whole bunch we're gonna break down here soon. Let's get into the stir fry. So the first ingredient are your bell peppers. I've got some tricolored bell peppers here. We're gonna also be using some green onions that we're gonna be using both the green side and the white side. We've got this sesame teriyaki sauce, very convenient, and I just bought it right from the local Fred Meyer's. Next, we've got the chicken stock. So of course, you can make a chicken soup, but it's basic ingredients. We're gonna be using a garlic bulb, and probably half of it. We're gonna also be using some carrots. We've got some onions, and last but not least, some celery. So for the third snack dish, which I'm not gonna reveal yet, you're gonna be deep frying. So I'm using a duck fat, but you can literally use anything you've got. I like duck fat because of the high smoking point. You can also use canola oil or any kind of oil like vegetable oil. So whatever you prefer using is totally okay. So now that I've shared the ingredients, let's get into prepping the chicken. All right, so let's break down the chicken thigh. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and peel off that chicken skin, and you better not throw that out. Go ahead and lay that out flat on a plate. We're going to use that a little bit later. Next, we're going to go ahead and slice the meat off. So turn it upside down so that the bone is exposed, and what you're going to actually do is slice lengthwise along the bone, both sides of that chicken thigh. Go ahead and remove that. Turn your bone about a quarter of the way and slice off any excess meat. If you've got leftover meat on that bone, that's totally okay, because you're also going to save that bone for the chicken stock. So go ahead and put those bones off to the side in a bowl and you're ready to go. Now last but not least, you're going to want to go ahead and chop up all of your chicken thigh meat into big bite-sized pieces. Remember, when you cook this up in your stir fry, it's going to shrink up a little bit. So once that's done, you're ready to cook. So the reason I'm so passionate about this partnership with Kroger is because I know a lot of you are watching the bills and you have to really pick and choose what you buy at the grocery store. And this is a great way to extend your shopping list and make the most of your chicken thigh cut. All right, so let's get into the stir fry recipe. First thing, of course, we've got our chicken. It's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and chop up our onions. I like to slice the white parts nice and diced up, and then I keep the green parts and I chop that up real small, and I'm going to sprinkle that a little bit later, but put those off to the side. Of course, my bell peppers, I just make those into a bite-sized piece. And then to flavor my stir fry, I do add a little bit of garlic and a little bit of ginger, and that one will be ready to flavor the oil. So for my pan, I'm using a non-stick frying pan. You can use a wok if you've got that, but I find that most people have this, and the flat bottom is great for high heat because that's what you need for stir fry. So go ahead and turn your heat up on high. Add your oil, and at this point, you're going to go ahead and add your ginger and your garlic. Just let it sweat so it flavors your stir fry. If you don't like too much of that flavor, go ahead and remove it before cooking. Then go ahead and add your chicken. You should have that heat on really high at this point. Go ahead and cook that for about 1 to 2 minutes. Not necessarily all the way cooked, but just browned. Next, you're going to go ahead and add the white parts of your green onion. Cook that for another 30 seconds, again on a super high heat. Last but not least, you're going to add your bell peppers. Go ahead and let that cook again on a high heat for 30 seconds. Add your stir fry sauce and then go ahead and stir fry that up to your desired tenderness. Ooh, this is looking delicious, and I know Judy is hungry. So I freshly steamed up some rice. You can use any rice. I just use Japanese sushi rice. I'm gonna get some of the tips of those green onions, just garnish a little bit. Then it's ready for the taste test. All right, let's go ahead and try that out. Oh yeah. Oh, as I mentioned, go ahead and cook it to the desired tenderness. I like a little bite in my bell pepper, but if you like it a little bit softer, just keep cooking it until it gets soft. I'm gonna go ahead and give this to the wifey and then get the chicken stock started. All right, so the next meal is your chicken stock or chicken soup. Your ingredients are very basic, but you're gonna start off with your chicken bones. So I like to start off with a small or medium-sized pot. Go ahead and turn your heat on and get some oil heated up. Go ahead and throw in your chicken bones and you're gonna just brown the outside. This is just gonna activate some additional flavors and get those bones softened up a little bit. At that point, I literally just add the carrots. I don't even peel those carrots, by the way, just wash them. I add chunks of onions, and then I put whole slices of celery right in there. Pour some water in, get it up to a boil for about 2 to 3 minutes, then turn it to a low simmer, and you're gonna just let that cook. Boom! So you're gonna just let this simmer on a low heat once it gets up to a boil for literally the next 2 to 3 hours. You can go ahead and eat it at that point. Go ahead and take out some of the vegetables, chop it up a little bit smaller, and make yourself a chicken noodle soup. And what you do is, for the last 10 minutes, add in your pasta. Or keep it boiling for, I'd say, the next literally 10 hours. And then what you can do is strain it, put it into a jar, and put it into the fridge, and you'll have ready to go bone broth for the next week. Last but not least is a late night snack with this deep fried chicken skins. If you haven't had this, you definitely have to try it. But as you saw, I saved those chicken skins. They're off to the side waiting on the plate. But I'm gonna be using the duck fat. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this into a small pot. What I like to do is salt and pepper them and then dredge them in some flour for a hot second just to get a little bit of a coating. Once that's all done, I'm gonna go ahead and drop about 3 to 4 chicken skins into my pot and deep fry them for about 1 to 2 minutes. Once it's done, I like to flip it and cook it for an additional 30 to 60 seconds. Remove, drain it on a plate covered with paper, and then additionally salt it, and it's ready to eat. Repeat this for all your chicken skins for however many you want to cook up, and you're ready to snack. I hope you give all these recipes a try. It's a great way to get the most money out of your chicken thighs. Again, thank you to Kroger for sponsoring this video. Make sure you guys go check out your local Kroger banner store. We'll put a link down below. I'm gonna have another try of this. So good.